Happy Devil Saturday. This is The Woo Report. The Woo Report, episode 464, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in undisclosed location, beautiful New Jersey. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. As well, oh my goodness, says it's a very sad Devil Saturday. As news breaking about an hour ago about Jack Hughes at least 2 months after having surgery. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I'm your host, Sam Woo, here on the Woo Report. Where were you when the news broke? I was at Chipotle, and I raced home. The one time I just did not have my gear in the car ready to go, I took it out, and of course, Murphy's Law says something bad happens. Something bad happens. We talked about it yesterday here on the Woo Report and on the Morning Woo here on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. But it's like what Matty Ice says in the YouTube Live, this legitimately makes me sick. It does make you sick knowing that Jack Hughes is out for at least 8 weeks, 2 months, whatever you want to call it, at the 6 week mark evaluation after having surgery. So let's try to digest this news. Let's try to digest this news because the Devils are going to be taking on the Washington Capitals tonight. We're going to have Game Day Live and Devils After Dark after the game. C. Mensch says, we are not allowed to have nice things. I've got some opinions on it. Timo Time has come early this year. Oh, my goodness. I've got some opinions on it. I really do. Because I've got some questions. Because I had some questions prior to this news breaking yesterday, because I'd rather hear from the team, and I know Ryan Novozinski and Christy Flannery and James Nichols, all good friends of the podcast, are doing some digging, and they're doing some great digging, going as far as Ryan Novozinski calling the restaurants. But let's just digest all this information that's going on right now. We find out, let's go back to yesterday. We knew that there was a team dinner the day before. They posed, it was all on social media. The Devils, after beating the Chicago Blackhawks, I believe on Thursday, I guess there was a dinner. And finding out, and I'm reading here, let me get to this right now. Finding out that, okay, team dinner, team function, and what kind of team well, it says here, I don't know which article it's from. I got it from, oh my goodness. New Jersey Devils center Jack Hughes underwent successful surgery on Saturday for a deep finger cut sustained when he accidentally leaned on a shattering glass during a team dinner in Chicago on Thursday. And get this is what caught my eye, celebrating Barstool sports fan Frank Fleming's 50th birthday. Are you kidding me? What did I say about no distractions? You're celebrating Frank Fleming's 50th birthday? This is what it's about, a team dinner to celebrate Frank Fleming's 50th birthday? Okay, let me read on. The fluke accident with no roughhousing involved, because I know Ryan Novozinski posted it on X. He called the restaurant, which is good. This is reporting. The restaurant said that there was no roughhousing, whatever. It's just a fluke accident. It happens. It happens. The fluke accident with no roughhousing involved will keep the team's leading scorer, 10 goals, 20 points in 17 games, out for about 8 weeks, forcing him to miss the upcoming game against the Capitals and beyond. And beyond. We're talking about mid-January here at the earliest. As the Devils are 12-4-1 right now. Okay, I've got questions here, okay? Number one, was it necessary to have this team dinner? I don't know. We can't have nice things as Devils fans. And I don't know about you. I know a lot of people like bar stools. I'm really actually tired of bar stools, to be honest with you. All their, shock reaction, all their trolling and flaming the New Jersey Devils, the fans. I know they like to have fun with it. But I'm so sick of bar stools. And this is not jealous envy. I'm just tired of it, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm getting older. I know some of you like them, and that's okay. You like what you like. But this is insane. So you go to this guy's 50th birthday. He leans on the glass, and Roman's asking, who leans on the glass? And this happens. First off, I hope Jack Hughes gets well soon. It's got to suck for him. It's got to suck for him. I know we had our little fun. Everybody was making knife jokes yesterday and all that. But now it gets serious. Now that you find out that he actually had I'm assuming it happened in, maybe it was in New York. I don't know. There's a hospital for special surgeries. But to actually have it, a surgery on his finger, and it's going to take some time to heal. I'm not going to speculate, what exactly medically what it was, but I will read a tweet from the good doctor yesterday, who we've had on the podcast before with Nick Villano, Dr. Harjas Gruel, saying that the timeline can be quite variable. And this is before we knew that there was surgery. If just superficial, that it was out roughly 1 week to let the wound heal for Hughes. But if any tendons are cut, then it will require surgery and 3+ months out, like Charles Alexis Legault. Unlikely any blood vessel or nerve injury. So again, we don't know, what happened here exactly. But honestly, it doesn't matter at this point. Jack Hughes is hurt. I hope he gets better. We hope he gets better. Speedy recovery, Jack. But, again, it's like you can't make this stuff up. You really can't make this stuff up. I mean, the Devils will be without Jack Hughes. So what does this mean? Let's move forward. What's done is done. What's done is done. The stupidity of even having this team dinner to celebrate what? A super fan? What has Frank Fleming contributed to Devils fandom other than idiotic posts, of him artificially getting pissed off at everything? Well, let's move forward. So I know they changed the rules, and I apologize for not really paying attention and following up, but let's have an open discussion here. You're down your number one center right now. What do you do in the next 2 months? Right now, the Devils have to, they called up Shane LaChance. But I'm going to tell you right now, if there's a time to make a move, it's now. Because I'm going to assume right now again, I haven't brushed up on the new salary cap rules, but I'm assuming that there's going to be some wiggle room here with Jack's $8 million AAV for the next 2 months. Trade deadline is sometime, I believe, in late February or March. The earliest Jack Hughes is going to come back is probably mid-January. And we're just using common sense and logic here. And if I'm wrong, let me know. Going to have to rely on Max. Going to have to rely on, some of my guys that know the rules better than I do when it comes to this CBA stuff. And, and maybe I'll online air text Nick Villano right now to ask him, about the salary cap. I'm going to write to him now. Salary cap. How does this help Devils with Jack out? Actually, a lot of misspellings there. But anyway. Well, number one, I think Ryan O'Reilly in Nashville, Fitzy, if you're going to be all in on a 12-4-1 team, because Jack Hughes is going to come back, get Ryan O'Reilly now. For now and the future of this season. We cannot have a let-up on this 12-4-1 start. Jack Hughes was a big part of it. His numbers don't lie. He was a big part of the scoring. You got to get a centerman now. And I'm not going to throw the Logan Cooley thing, although it would have been nice if Logan Cooley was on the team. I know Snebich is proving me wrong, but you want to be insane down the middle at center. It's only temporary. It's only temporary to get the salary cap relief, but you got some wiggle room to make some moves now. You could kind of kick the can down the road a little bit and figure out what happens when Jack Hughes comes back. But you're talking minimum 8 weeks, minimum 2 months. They're going to need to find the money when he's ready, Jack Hughes. But you got to continue this momentum because this is a big blow to the momentum. Momentum comes at a snowball effect. The Devils are winning 12-4-1, top of the NHL, or at least top 5 in the NHL. You got to keep that momentum going. Top of everything else, aside for getting a centerman, you get that salary cap relief. Let's try to spin it and look at the bright side. I'm gonna be really spinning it right now. And I don't like to spin, but this is 2 months of less wear and tear on Jack Hughes while he recuperates. When he comes back, we're near the Olympics. You know he's going to try to play for Team USA. At least he'll be somewhat rested. There's going to be rust. There's going to be definitely rust. You get in a rhythm, you get in the momentum, you leave the league. You're leaving right now like tops on the team in the league right now. Forget about the 100-point season. Forget about everything. Right now, the Devils have to prepare life without Jack Hughes, learn how to play without Jack Hughes, which means better yourself. The next man up mentality is in play, like they've done with their defense that's been decimated. You can never replace Jack Hughes, but everybody has to be the solution while Jack Hughes recuperates. Getting another centerman right now is utmost, in my opinion, important for the New Jersey Devils. I don't think you can survive with your young kids for the next 2 months. Get a veteran centerman out to New Jersey. Pay Barry Trotz what he wants. I know it's going to be a steep price. If you're really, truly all in on this season, you would do that, Fitzy. You would totally do that. But obviously, try not to overpay if you don't have to. But getting Ryan O'Reilly here in New Jersey, we talked about this earlier on the Morning Woo in the last week. It probably is more than ever will help ease the pain of not having Jack Hughes in the lineup in the next 2 months. I don't want to wait for do nothing and then for him to come back. This is the time you build the team. We hope this team gets a high playoff seed. They get in the playoffs. You're going to have a healthy Jack Hughes that's on a roll by March and April. That took 2.5 months off. He should be ready by April at a high level. And you've got that third line centerman as well. This is time. You got temporary cap relief. You can figure it out. You can make some moves between now and trade deadline. Don't wait. Don't wait. And Max is right. The price goes up the longer they wait. Right now, Barry Trotz has kind of the leverage right now. Now he really has the leverage. And the longer you wait, the worse it'll get. But seriously, what's done is done. I just still can't believe this whole scenario. You know, again, it's an accident. We're not blaming Jack Hughes. But I've talked about this on this podcast many times about focus, about concentration, dedication. But why? I wouldn't have a problem if this was a team dinner. But why would you have a team dinner celebrating a Barstool Sports 50th birthday in Chicago, no less? I don't know. The optics, I don't know. For me, the optics don't look good. I'm an old school guy. The goal here is to win Stanley Cups. These are just distractions. Sure, no one would ever have thought that you would get hurt at a team function, a team dinner. But it's just, again, it just adds to more. We've talked about Jack Hughes' injuries. This one is just non-hockey related, and it just pisses me off, and it does piss a lot of people off too. Bill says leverage decreases when Jack gets closer to return. Agree but disagree, because you've got competition for Ryan O'Reilly as well. It's not just the New Jersey Devils that are going to put other offers out to Barry Trotz. Right now, it's like, okay, put something out there. Always something, 17. Jack should still skating. Can't imagine injury finger would stop that. Well, he can skate, no doubt, but the problem is, what if he trips and falls and lands on that hand? Don't want that either. I think Jack should follow what the doctors tell him. I think Jack Hughes is a serious professional ice hockey player playing in the NHL. I would expect nothing less than Jack Hughes doing his best to get on the ice. It's a freak accident. There's no pointing fingers here. The only thing I'm questioning is, why the hell are you having a team dinner with Frank Fleming of Barstool Sports? Barstool Sports that basically craps on this fan base at times. Why would you frickin' do that? Don't understand it. I know it's all about clicks. It's all about the Benjamins with the New Jersey Devils, Harris Blitz Sports Entertainment. But, like, really? Really? How about you have a team dinner with real fans that care about this team? Michael, hey, let's let Luke play forward. Nemec in Luke's spot. Luke gets shots on goal and scores. Ugh. Do I dare say, hey, Seamus Casey, maybe do an experiment? No. Let's do this right. You got a 12-4-1 team. You're going to need a centerman anyway by trade deadline. Again, and Dubzilla was saying to me off air, think about Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, Ryan O'Reilly, and Cody Glass as your centerman down the stretch. That would be good. That would be good. But right now you got some wiggle room. You got temporary cap relief. Do something with it. But don't get caught, because when Jack wants to come back, the rules are a little different now. You're going to have to play with the cap. But you know what? People are other teams are trading. I know everybody wants to get rid of Palat. Max wants to see Lenny before Casey. Laughter now is good, says Michael Hay. So let's go to the Instagram Live. We got people chiming in. We've got Anna. Hi, Sam. This is so sad. I hope we can have the momentum. I know. Look at all the hard work that was done to get this momentum. A 12-4-1 start surprised everybody, but still somewhat unsurprising. Timo Meier is going to have to step up. The core four, one of them's down. The other three, the foundational pieces of the New Jersey Devils, Timo Meier, Jesper Bratt, and Nico Hischier are going to have to step it up. Nico Hischier especially. He's the captain. He's probably one of the best two-way forwards in the National Hockey League, maybe the best. He's got to score goals, pick up the slack. And defensively, the Devils have to play even better right now under Bradshaw's system, because they're not going to have the goals. In overtime, Jack Hughes is deadly, and they're not going to have him in those extra point games that the Devils are going to need to maintain this first place pace that they're on. Lawrence says Braden Shen will be available. Question is he declining or on a crap team? You know, I talked about Braden Shen a couple years ago in the 2023 playoff run. Would they get him? Always something says Paul is the most durable guy we have. We can't trade him no matter how bad AAV is. But yeah, I don't even know what to say anymore. I know Beer Baron is just not happy right now. I'm not happy having to do this podcast. I hate announcing bad news, talking about bad news, the negativity that goes with it. And Frank Fleming is a jinx. 3 to 5 miles away from the Prudential Center. I don't want to even hear his name ever again. All Barstool Sports does, except for maybe one guy that, makes outrageous predictions, which is fine. We do that too. Like, all they do is crap on Devils fans. Every once in a while, they'll give us a pat on the back. All they do is crap on Devils fans because they like to troll us. And you have freaking dinner with him and Barstool Sports? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And let's not speculate. I'm reading some of the comments here on the YouTube Live. Let's just not speculate. What's done is done. Let's hopefully Jack gets better. There's no setbacks. There's no, what they call any kind of, I don't even know. I can't even think right now. But hopefully there's no complications. That's what I was trying to say. From the surgery, let's hope that he can 100% get better. He can shake off the rust. He's healthy, he's happy, and he's well rested. Going into the midseason, to the playoff run, to the playoffs, you take 2 months of wear and tear off of Jack Hughes. And I think things will be okay. But what do you do between the 2 months? How is this team going to react? We'll find out tonight. But I'm going to tell you, Fitzy, there can be some moves you can make here because you're going to have to make them anyway. We've talked about this before. Which player can have an impact? Maybe players, but which player will have an impact when Jack Hughes gets back on that left wing? Gritsik experiment, we now have a small sample. But there are some other wingers out there in the National Hockey League that Fitzy could trade for. It's going to come at a premium, unfortunately. But give me Ryan O'Reilly right now. And in addition, either Jordan Kyrou or Tage Thompson. But this is a freak injury. And it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. But there's going to be an opportunity for these young players to step up while Jack Hughes is out. Opportunities. You've got 8 weeks to prove yourself. Shane LaChance. Let's see what this kid's got. We saw some kids during training camp and the prospects tournament that did very well. 8 weeks. Could this be a blessing in disguise? Now I'm really trying to spin it. But you got to look at the glass half full. Will the Devils get stronger because of this? As stupid as this story has become, at the end of the day, like I said, we hope Jack Hughes gets better. We hope that the 2 months he'll be rejuvenated. He'll be back better than ever. But also the team he left will be much better. We're hoping here. But hey, I turned 50 in a couple years. If I ever had a team dinner with the New Jersey Devils, I'm going to make sure everything is padded. See other comments here. Let's see here. Some negative comments. NJ the Boss in the Instagram Live. Another wasted season. He sure is so overrated. I don't think so. He's not overrated. Let's see, 17. A taco salad is more healthy than Jack Hughes at this point. Salad's more healthy than Jack Hughes at this point. Yeah. Reading some of the comments on the Instagram Live. Let's go to Facebook Live as well. Let's not forget those on Facebook Live. Social media bar hopping. That's what I'm doing. We got some people on the... Let's see here. Some comments. Let's see here. Joseph Gerald says we can't keep saying freak injury. The guy has to stop getting hurt. Let's see here. Barry Friedson says, whoa, time for others to step up. Don't mortgage the future for a temporary problem. Yeah, but you know what? When he comes back, you're going to have to make trades anyway. The Devils, I would love to have a third line center. Cody Glass, he's pretty good. It just hasn't been able to stay healthy. But having somebody like Ryan O'Reilly, a veteran, somebody that's won a Stanley Cup, that knows how to get the job done. And what I like about Ryan O'Reilly, he makes no excuses. He makes no excuses. That's the kind of attitude you need on this team. Corey Elk says, I guess Tom Fitzgerald's the worst GM. It's not about Tom Fitzgerald right now. It's about Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes out 2 months. But yeah. All right. Well, I want to thank all those tuning in. We got Game Day Live and Devils After Dark after the game. Remember, Operation Filibuster. A little time change. It's actually taught to Danielle McCartan. She just wants to make sure everybody's sleep patterns are not totally off. So from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., we would be dialing into WFAN to talk Devils hockey. That entire hour. 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. I'll have more details on that on Game Day Live and Devils After Dark and how that's all going to work. But yeah, we're going to need those 2 points tonight. I hope the Devils can survive and thrive the next 2 months. They still have quality players, but boy, are these injuries piling up. But this one, the optics don't look good at all. So we're going to get out of here, hitting the music. Thank you for all those tuning in. Dropping the podcast on all of our podcast pages, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Prime, Audible, and on the iHeart app. Just search Let's Go Devils Podcast. Putting it up in about 10 minutes. We'll be back at 6 p.m. Eastern for Game Day Live, and then Devils After Dark after the game. Scotty at Sirius XM, Liquid Metal, and I will recap the game that was. Beer Baron and I are behind the mics for Game Day Live. Thank you. This is the Woo Report. Till next time, let's go Devils.